Author software is a simple way to create an online management system that will help you understand and communicate the processes and tasks associated with your work. Navigating through an author system looks very familiar. It's simply a point-and-click selection process. Most users of Author will create their own welcome page. They use their own graphics, select the fonts they prefer, and add links to specific parts of the system. One of the really great things about Author is that you can navigate through the system using the same standard headings, groupings, and processes that you use every day in your own work environment. For instance, here on the welcome page, you can see that we use 3 very common headings: Process View, Document Register, and Role Responsibilities. Let's click on Role Responsibilities. On this page, under Groups, you will see we have 3 groups of people we commonly find in the business environment. External, this can include people like suppliers and customers. Internal, for our employees. And senior management. What's great is that you can tailor every part of the structure and content of the system to suit your own organization and ways of working. Now, clicking on Senior Management, you can see that a list of standard job titles has opened. These titles are very common to most businesses. Now, if you look up at the top of the page, you can see additional tab selections, which include documents. Clicking here, you will see a document register, where all your documents are being held. For your convenience, you can also set up links to external web pages and other applications right from within Author. Now, going back to the welcome page, let's click on Process View. As you can see on this new page, there is a selection of common processes under the Groups heading. We're going to go ahead and select the process called Managing Resources, and again, a new list is going to be displayed. This time, the list relates to those processes we have to perform in order to manage our resources. Let's select Procurement as the process we want to work on. Now we are at the heart of the Author program, the Flowchart. This is what really drives efficiency, effectiveness, and accountability in your management system in an easy-to-follow format. The left column of the flowchart identifies tasks and steps you need to do. Again, since we are working in the procurement process, you can see that the tasks here relate to the steps you can take in procurement. The right-hand column of the flowchart describes how and what you need to do to complete the task. Think of it this way. A flowchart is essentially a well-organized checklist. The left-hand column is where you identify the step or the higher level task that needs to be completed. Those are the boxes you want to put the check mark in. The right-hand column describes the actions and activities that must take place so you can check off the step or higher task. The nice thing about this right column is that you can also include things like links to relevant reference documents, sub-processes, and notes, which can save time and allow your team to clearly understand what is occurring within the project. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this center column. It's an ideal way to keep up with who has a role associated with a given task from the left-hand column. It's called the RACI methodology and is very simple to use. It also highlights the flow of information or material from each task to the next task throughout the process, all in a format that takes up less space than traditional narrative procedures. As users, we get an immediate benefit from defining processes in this standard format, but we can also identify additional information like business risks and performance standards, or measures by changing the parameters using the drop-down menu that is located here right above the right column. Now that you have a feel for the basics of the program, let's return to the welcome page one more time. In addition to the process groups we just reviewed, it can be beneficial to use the functional category view option to allocate the same group or individual item to one or more categories. This is very useful when you are creating links on your welcome page. It lets you make the same information available under different headings, which allows your team to access the system in exactly the way that suits them best. Author also provides the convenience of a side menu here on the far left of the screen, allowing you to easily access all of the categories. For example, you can select a role from the side and then one of the titles to see a list of every process and task an individual is involved in. All of the tasks are hyperlinked, so you can easily get to the selected process. This is a great way to orient someone who is new to the project about the task associated with a particular job title. The side menu also gives you the ability to access a number of online reports by hyperlinks. In addition to these, the side menu also has a comprehensive search capability, which allows you to search through the system on all the task details on every process. As you can see, Author is a very powerful but easy to use program that will help your business manage its work effectively and efficiently.